Battosai, Itōsai, Hokusai. Some historical figures and anime characters have names that end with sai. What does sai mean? Sai refers to a person who devotes his or her life to one single thing. So Ittōsai, the legendary forefather of the Japanese martial art Kendo, his name means devotee to one sword. How about Hitokiri Battōsai, the nickname of the main character in the manga and anime Rurouni Kenshin? Battō refers to the action of drawing your sword. So Battosai means something like the guy who draws his sword crazy fast. Hitokiri refers to slashing people down, so Hitokiri Battōsai is a person who only cares about slashing down people at crazy fast speed. So it's a very insulting nickname given to Kenshin. Hokusai. Hoku is said to refer to the deified version of the North Star. The North Star is called Hokyokuse in Japanese, and the deity is called Hokushinmyoken Bosatsu. So it could mean that Hokusai was determined to become the North Star of the art world. Now my favorite historical figure whose name ends with Sai is Oda Urakusai. He was the youngest brother of Oda Nobunaga, the first of the three feudal lords who ended the period of nationwide samurai battle royal, the Sengoku period. Before he called himself Oda Urakusai, his name was Oda Nagamasu. Nagamasu wasn't very talented as a warrior, he was more into art and deed. He always felt inadequate because he's constantly compared to his bigger brother who's like conquering Japan while he's just like one of his many staffers. But one day, Nobunaga was killed in a coup d'etat, and Nagamasu at that time was with Nobunaga's son, Nobutada, who was the successor of the Oda family. But they were surrounded by enemies, so Nagamasu was like, "It's no longer safe here. Nobutada, I'm afraid it's best if we commit seppuku. It will be a more honorable death than getting killed." "You're right, uncle. Thank you and goodbye." That looks painful. Not doing it. So he recommended his nephew to kill himself, and he himself ran out of fear. Of course, he was bashed from all over. So later on, when it was time for him to retire, he decided to rename himself. "My Lord Hideyoshi, looking back at my life so far, I'd like to rename myself Murakusai, a devotee to a life with no pleasure." Nagamas, look into the future. Be a devotee to a life with pleasure. Rename yourself Urakusai. This is in order. Oda Urakusai actually became a star negotiator after that, probably because he knew how people in weaker positions felt. And late in his life, he became a star tea master and lived until 75, while his star bigger brother, Nobunaga, died at 49. Success comes in many different forms. What kind of Sai are you gonna be?